Good afternoon and welcome to the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And it's time for some action and explosive entertainment as Emirates D10 is back. And talking about this tournament, 6 teams participating in this tournament, and to kick off day one, match number one, it will be between Emirates Reds. They'll be taking on the mighty Fujairah. Weather is hot, but trust me, it's going to rain sixes here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium. 4 matches lined up on day one. Reds versus Fujairah, match number one, followed by Sharjah taking on Emirates Blues. And Fujairah will be back in action. They'll be taking on Ajman in the match 3 of day one. And the final game of the day one will be Sharjah versus Dubai. So plenty of action stored on day one. The ongoing Emirates D10 powered by Fancode. But first thing first, let's head down and see how the surface will behave on day one and in the match number one. And over to our expert Ahmed Khwaja with his analysis of the pitch.
A brand new tournament and a brand new day here at the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. This is the 7 Districts Presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. We have 4 D10 matches this afternoon. So let's take a look at the 22 yards. As per usual, it's got that typical Sharjah mirror finish. Very flat, nicely rolled in. Expect a lot of runs to be made throughout the day. But what there will be dew that will make it difficult for the bowlers in the second innings. So
Hot and humid, clear skies here in 76 presents Emirates D10 powered by Fancode. And the expert says it's a batting paradise. As we all know, Sharjah is known for huge runs, mammoth totals, and we expect that kind of show on day one in the shorter format. Right then, both the captains are ready, so is the match referee. It's over to Shoaib Ahmed for the all-important toss.
It's time for the action to begin at the historic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Toss time for the first game, which is scheduled to be played between Emirates Reds and Fujairah. I've got the 2 captains for Emirates Reds. We've got Mohammad Shadad. For Fujairah, we've got Mayank Chaudhary. And on to my extreme left is our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. The home side today is Emirates Reds. So Shadad, you'll flip the coin. Taste the Mayank, congratulations. You've won the toss. What do you want to do today and why?
हम फील्डिंग करेंगे. टूर्नामेंट आज स्टार्ट है, फ्रेश विकेट है तो छोटा फॉर्मेट है तो हम कम टोटल पे रोक के इनको चेस करने जाएंगे.
10 ओवर का शॉर्ट फॉर्मेट है जैसे कि आपने बताया. क्या लग रहा है विकेट को देख के?
विकेट अभी फ्रेश है तो 1 ओवर होगा, थोड़ा हल्का सा मशर होगा तो अभी देखते हैं, अभी खेलेंगे, हमारे बॉलर डालेंगे उसके अकॉर्डिंग.
क्या स्कोर चेस करना चाहेंगे?
80 रन. 80.
ऑल द बेस्ट.
थैंक यू.
They are bowling first. Shadad, were you also looking to bowl?
Yes, we wanted to bowl first for sure. I think chasing in this format is much better. But it's okay. We're batting first. We'll see what we can do.
Short format, exciting format. What's the expectation from your side?
Yeah, it's a fresh team. We have a couple of players from last year, I think 5-6 players. So with new talent coming this time. So hopefully we'll gel well as a team and we'll take it game by game.
Excited to be playing at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium?
Absolutely, always. I've been playing here since I was a young kid. So it always holds a big place in my heart, Sharjah Stadium.
All the best, do well.
Thank you.
Right, so the news from the centre is that Fujairah have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
Thank you, Shoaib. So the coin going in favor of defending champions Fujairah, and Mayank Chaudhary with no other thoughts, opting to bowl first on this fresh track. Quite interestingly, during the toss, said they want to chase a target under 80. High on confidence, the defending champions. 7 districts presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. 4 matches lined up on day 1. Emirates Reds versus Fujairah. And the finalist of the previous season, Sharjah, will be in action against young dynamic Emirates Blues, followed by Ajman taking on Fujairah, match number 3, 7:30 p.m. local time. The final game, Sharjah will be back in action against Dubai. Plenty of action. You can expect a lot of entertainment. Warm-up session for the fast bowler Sabir Rao. He'll play a key role in this tournament for Fujairah. Tough conditions, clear skies, wind blowing off the ground. That might help the players, but for sure, batting first, it will be really tough under these circumstances. And Reds will be looking to post somewhere around 110, 120. And I believe on this track, 110, 120 will be a very good total to defend. To talk a lot more about this tournament and about these two sides, let me introduce and welcome my co-commentator. Joining me for the first set of 5 overs in the Combox is Rizwan Rahman. Very good afternoon and welcome to the Combox, Rizwan.
Good afternoon, Mudassir Ali. It's a pleasure to be here back at the iconic Sharjah Stadium, and we've got a wonderful day of cricket lined up. 4 matches of the D10 2025. It's the 7 districts presents Emirates D10 powered by Fancode. Emirates Reds taking on Team Fujairah. Team Fujairah were quite optimistic in the recently concluded 50 series. They were the finalists, just could not cross over the line. They'll be looking to bounce back fresh in the newest format. And Emirates Reds, with a lot of changes in their side, are looking optimistic as well. So it's going to be a good battle between these two teams. Emirates is up against Fujairah.
Absolutely. Also keeping in mind they have two all-rounders in the side and 2 experienced. The left of your screen is and GBLX will be his partner in this match number 1. Lushbeen outfield, 60 meters boundaries all across the ground. So final meeting Rizwan before the start of this game. No Adib Usman. Sure whether he is in the playing 11 or not, but whenever he came out, he performed quite well, and he's clearly a man.
Time, and we could see Nabil Aziz on the screen there. It will certainly be a test of time for him, as the shortest format of the game. You can see the batters opting the principle of see ball, hit ball concept. It's not going to be easy for Nabil Aziz.
We all know he's a brave heart. So Mayank Chaudhary Abdul Ghaffar, Ali Asgar, Shams, Fahad, Usman, Hazrat Luqman, the fast bowler, Muhammad Farazuddin, another young prospect off-break bowler, as well as you can depend on him in the middle overs. Muhammad Shadad is the young captain leading Emirates Reds. Muhammad Rayan Khan, Navdaya Imesh, Vijay Kumar, Taimur Ali, Usaid Amin, and Zawar Farid.
to talk about Fujairah, it will be Aryan Saxena leading at the top, Harshit Kaushik, the left-hand destructive batter, Keshav Sharma, the left-arm spinner. Leading the team is Mayank Chaudhary, Mohit Kalyan, he's been in sublime form, and we all know about Nabil Aziz, Rais Ahmed as well. Good to see him back. Rohit Rathi, Sabir Rao, Sanjay Pahal, and Sumit Gosain will conclude the playing 11. But I see that they are missing the top batter who was a leading run scorer for Emirates Reds in the previous edition, Furqan Khalil. Probably he could be having a niggle injury. I'm not too sure about it.
Getting ready is Sabir Rao. Plenty of coverage on the offside. There's a deep third and backward deep square leg. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Quite interestingly, no slip in position. And Zawar Farid. This will be an important tournament for Zawar Farid. A regular with Emirates Reds. He needs to perform. He needs to get going with the bat.
Oh, you need the senior statesmen to rise to the occasion. It's a perfect platform. The first game of the tournament. It will be an exciting time. And to start the bowling proceedings, it will be Sabir Rao. He was taken to the cleaners the other day at the ICC. It's a different wicket altogether. But this surface will get him some perches off the wicket for sure.
Absolutely, especially with the new ball. It's all about the early advantage, early momentum for these two sides. Shorter format, 10 overs format, so especially starting couple of overs will be very crucial. GBLX taking his own time, making sure everything is in place.
You want to move again?
So it will be Zawar Farid up against Sabir Rao. We're all set. The match one, the ball number one. Hit again, there is a stoppage. They're not yet ready, Rizwan.
Everyone, they're just ensuring the side screen is cleared off, and that could be the problem. Couple of spectators standing there to enjoy this beautiful contest between Emirates Reds and Fujairah.
Play on, says GBLX, and runs in Sabir Rao for the first time in this tournament. A bit fuller, driven, but straight towards his partner. In pain. Fiercely struck towards the non-striker end.
I hope Taimur Ali is all right there. It was hit with some brute force, and immediately they're seeking some medical attention there.
Not a good start, especially for Taimur Ali. In pain, it was firmly struck towards his partner by Zawar Farid. And look at our physio,
Dr.
Mr.
Kiran, right there trying to help Taimur Ali out, and look at that. That was nasty, Mudassir Ali.
You need to have those quick reflexes. You need to watch the ball. The picture is not looking good. Early introduction for Mr. Kiran.
He would not have thought so, but I think Taimur is definitely looking in pain there. I could see drops of blood sport coming in. I hope something for Taimur Ali.
I still remember a couple of seasons ago in a D10 format which happened in ICC Academy. He had a broken finger. He batted with one hand and got 60 odd runs. He's a true brave cricketer, Taimur Ali, and straight away in action is the Dr. Kiran putting the taping, and I hope he will continue here. And it's always important. This is just the start of this tournament for all these young boys. A bit fuller, and look at that, firmly struck, just came in the radar of the ball.
Well, he was certainly not in the firing line. He was standing way away from the crease as well, Mudassir Ali. Well, this is what happens when it is desired to hit you. It will certainly come and hit you up, and that was definitely, hit with some brute force and some medication there. And rightly said by you, Mudassir Ali, we've seen Taimur Ali. He's a fighter. He would want to stay there for the team, and that's the reason he says, let me just take some medication. I'll be back to normal.
All important game for all players, especially for this man. D format, whether it's nicely bowled, change of pace, a bit fuller.
Dot deliveries on the trot, and especially in the shortest format of the game, having those dot deliveries is an asset for you. Happened yesterday. He's looking absolutely magnificent today.
A new day, new beginning, and different conditions. Afternoon conditions, sun beating on the surface. And on the pad, start sticking to wicket.
He was lucky that he got away with that delivery. Taimur Ali is now on strike. Will be facing the tunes of Sabir Rao. Be an interesting contest. One.
What a start! Sabir Rao is looking good, but not looking good is Taimur Ali. Still, he's in pain. It's not easy. Yes, you have got that magic spray, but it will hurt you because it was firmly struck on the thumb of Taimur.
Well, even if you try to ignore it subconsciously, it's always there on your mind, and you'll try to be away in the firing line of that ball. Yet again, you've got to be careful, especially with the kind of pace Sabir Rao generates.
Making room, what a connection. Off the mark in style. First boundary of this tournament from the blade of Taimur Ali in pain. But making room and goes toward that extra cover. Runs on board.
Well, absolutely a magnificent shot. Inside out, clears the inner circle, and one bounce away she goes into the fence. Taimur Ali gets off the mark in style. And this is exactly what you need, Mudassir Ali, in the shortest format of the game. As many runs as possible in the power play.
Smart piece of batting. Just that shuffle helping Taimur. Got that width and easy picking. Played straight over the bowler. There's a protection at long on. I would say still good over, a tight over. Just 6 runs from that first over of Sabir. So 1 done, 6 for none. So 6 on board for Reds, 10 wickets intact. A good start by Sabir Rao, and from the Bukhatir end, it's Sumit Gosain. Good to see Sumit Gosain. He's looking fit, dropped few kilos, and we all know with the new ball, he has that knack of generating the pace as well as we can see that movement in and out. Half shot coming from the blade of Taimur Ali, not in control. The reason is he's feeling the pain and it's not easy to grip that bat, Rizwan.
Well, absolutely. Just check drive from Taimur Ali. And but Sumit Gosen, you're absolutely right. He's looking absolutely right. He's looking absolutely magnificent, working on his training. He lost a significant amount of weight, and he's picked up a hat trick. Absolutely good. Looking for a good start in this tournament.
This time towards the left side. Finding his groove is Zawar Farid. A bad delivery, but an excellent pickup shot.
Well, that's exactly what you need. Respecting the condition style. Zawad Farid.
Outside the as many as runs possible in the time. Fumble, but excellent work by Nabil Aziz, covering almost 10 to 15 yards towards his left side. So running hard. So runs are coming in this over. A positive sign for Reds.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need, and I think they have stepped on to the accelerator now. Zawar Farid and Taimur Ali. Couple of runs towards the square leg boundary. They've got an interesting field, square leg deep, and they've got a wideish long on for Zawar Farid, who's quite strong towards the onside.
A quick single has been taken, but I like the approach of Zawar. He was up against a Sabir Rao. He showed that respect because Sabir Rao is a premier fast bowler in this lineup of Fujairah. So now he's trying to attack Sumit Gosen. Now this will be a good battle between bat and ball. Now Taimur, will he go after Sumit Gosen here? They need a boundary. They need few runs in this over. In the air, but change of pace. Nicely bowled. Poor effort. Sluggish is Harshit Kaushik. Should have been a single. But ordinary bit of fielding resulted in the second boundary for Taimur.
You can't afford to do that. Sumit Gosen doing everything right. It was short delivery, nice connection, but the fielder makes a mess of it. 3 runs given away freely. This is exactly what you've got to be mindful about. He overran it and just could not control the delivery there.
So easy 3 runs given away by the fielder Kaushik. So plenty of runs, 12 runs so far. Just losing his footing here, Sumit Gosen. But a good start for Reds, especially Taimur Ali. Yet again, he's showing his class, playing for his team. In pain, already got couple of boundaries. A long one and deep square leg 2 field outside the 30-yard circle. Change of pace in the air, there is a chance, and Sumit Gosen strikes. Though a bit expensive, what matters the wicket for Gosen and for Fujairah. Taimur, who was looking good, he needs to walk back to the hut.
Well, that's the plan that has worked. Change in pace from Sumit Gosen. Didn't quite time it, could not reach to the ball, and in the end, a comfortable catch for Harshit Kaushik. And Sumit Gosen picks up a big wicket. Taimur Ali has departed. He scored 10 of 6, and Emirates Reds are 18 for 1 after 2.
Bowling change, left arm around. Bowling change. Left arm around. Well, let's go.
The first wicket went down in the previous over, 18 for the loss of 1, 2 overs, and the star bowler, the spinner, left arm orthodox, Nabil Aziz. Oh, what a start. Darting in a shooter on that 6th stump.
Well, absolutely. He's been the highest wicket taker in the recently concluded D50. He would look to replicate the same.
Trying to play inside out. This is where he makes life difficult for the batters. Variations and that length is very key. First wicket went down. Taimur was in pain, got 2 boundaries. He's back in run, the left-hand batter. An under 19 UAE product. A big responsibility on this young lad shoulders. But looking good with the ball. Always impressive, Rizwan.
Well, he's definitely impressed a lot of people and is definitely knocking on the doors for the international stage as well, Nabil Aziz.
Need to push the fielders, convert those singles into doubles. Though there was a fumble, but was not interested to go back for the second run. Look at that length. Just generating that pace. He always plays that important role, especially the first.
Well, absolutely. He's darting in with some magnificent deliveries, Nabil Aziz.
Look at that placement and timing. Beautifully managed. Beautifully bowled, but what an execution from the young lad. A low full toss using those wrists and manages to put in the gap. 4 runs for Ryan.
Well, that's exactly where you have to be careful about. Full toss on offer, and a batter of Ryan's caliber would not miss out on that opportunity. A boundary to end the over. 3 overs gone, 25 for 1.
Almost going at 8 runs per over. 25. They have lost time. 3 overs gone. The young Ryan got a boundary in the previous over. So it will be spinners in action. Inside out and straight into the hands of the fielder. No mistake. What a start for Keshav Sharma. The very first ball to Zawar Farid. And Zawar
Duo has been doing wonders for the team. Very executed and straight into the hands of the fielder. And the bowler Keshav Sharma, Zawar.
Leg please. Middle. Slightly up. बढ़िया बढ़िया यार केशव शाबाश.
So 2 wickets down. Both the openers back in the hut. Walks in the young captain Shadad. 2 youngsters out in quick succession here for Fujairah, and you can see that energy level going up in the field.
And more often than not, Mudassar, it's these two bowlers who tend to create that pressure, and one of the bowlers tends to pick up wickets regularly. Another beautiful delivery. I'm quite impressed with the kind of line that is bowling, and there's a bit of break as well available for the bowlers.
On top of that, good captaincy from Mayank Chaudhary. Reading the situation exceptionally well, and look at that introduction of Keshav Sharma, and he strikes goal on the very first ball. And bowling as per the field, straight into the hands of that extra cover fielder. In trouble is Reds.
No run, no run. Well bowled, shabash.
And that is the reason the captain was confident during the toss. He said they want to keep Reds under 80 because he knows he has that kind of resources in the bowling unit.
Absolutely right. And that's exactly what they've been doing, irrespective of the captaincy. We've had different captains, Rahul Chopra, Adib Usmani and Mayank Chaudhary. It's the team who have risen to the occasion. They've always contributed significantly for the team.
Indeed, and as a captain, you need to know how to utilize your resources. Running hard, but no chance of the second run. So a boundaryless, a wicket going down. A good start by Keshav Sharma, going for just 3 runs in his first 4 overs gone. Reds have lost a couple of wickets, 28 on board.
Slightly. Middle. Come around.
So Nabil will continue and he'll be bowling his final over of this game. If you remember, in the previous season's final, he gave that loop, that flight. Now in this tournament, he looks completely different. So it clearly shows off-season he has really worked on his skills.
Well, absolutely, and he's got those variations in place. Nabil Aziz, quite spectacular. And I would say 90% of the deliveries that he's bowled today, they've been darting, and he's bowling those quicker ones. He's more or less playing like a medium pacer.
Look at that smart piece of bowling. The batter, that initial movement, and all of a sudden we can see the change from Nabil, slow in the air. So back-to-back dot deliveries. Can we say he's a left-arm orthodox Rohan Mustafa, the way he's bowling?
Look at that. Brilliant, brilliant, smart work from Nabil Aziz. Another didn't quite time it, except for those one delivery that he's bowled a lower full toss. Rest have been absolutely magnificent from Nabil Aziz.
Growing in confidence. This young bowler, an exceptional bowler, also a terrific fielder, Nabil Aziz. How quickly he changes his line and length against the right-hander. A quality spinner. Not greedy for those wickets. Bowling for the team. Containing these two batters.
And that's exactly what has been the success to him. When you're bowling those right channels with Mudassir Ali, more often than not, you tend to get rewarded with those wickets. Brilliant stuff from Nabil Aziz so far. Quite impressive. Gives himself a bit of room. Another one darting into the left-hander. Brilliant delivery from Nabil Aziz, which will bring us to the end of the over number 5. Emirates Reds are 32 for 2.
.32 for 2 at the halfway stage. Emirates Reds struggling, looking for some momentum. Current run rate just a tick above 6 runs per over. As Keshav Sharma, outstanding first over, will continue. Once again finding the fielders. Shoaib Ahmed alongside me. Good afternoon and welcome.
Thank you, Ahmed. Good afternoon, everyone who's joined us for this broadcast of the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10, powered by Fancode. Catch is the call. It's aerial. There's a fielder waiting for it, and he'll grasp that easily. So another wicket falls. Reds are in red-hot trouble.
Yeah, nothing short from Rayan in the end. Reaching for the ball from the crease. Very slow in the air from Keshav. And the long off-fielder did not have to move an inch. Testing times for the Reds. Rayan, a promising batter, back to the dugout for 8. 32 for 3.
Right then, 32 for 3 Reds as the new batter comes in to give company to the captain Shahzad. It's Navodaya, an all-rounder in the side. Flatter this time from Keshav. He's been impressive, Ahmed. He's been on the money, he's been consistent, and he's not been afraid to flight the ball, which is so important.
Yeah, I've liked what he's done in this spell. Like you mentioned, he's mixed it up. Something that Nabil Aziz, his young partner, could learn from. He's just been darting the ball at 105, 110 clicks. But if you do flight the ball, you tempt them into the big shot, you will pick up wickets, as Keshav has done so far.
And he's been very consistent in terms of his line as well. Wants to bowl and dart at the stumps. Nabil Aziz, like you mentioned, he's a different style of a bowler. He does like to bowl flatter, quicker. Was impressive in the 50-over edition of the tournament, the Emirates D10.
Oh, absolutely. I believe he was the top wicket taker, more than 20 scalps. So let's see if we can replicate that in this tournament. This time slightly quicker, but bowling according to his field. And look at those figures, Shoaib Ahmed. An economy rate of less than 3 in a D10 game is magnificent, to say the least.
Yes, he's been very impressive, Keshav, and has been one of the highlight of that Fujairah lineup. A single to end the over. Are they looking for the second? Yes, and they'll get it, in fact, comfortably. So that's good game awareness between the two batters. After the 6th over, Reds are 37 for 3. Six overs done, 37 for 3. 4 more overs to go in the innings. Remember, it's a 10-over format. It's not been an ideal start, Ahmed, for the Reds.
Absolutely slow out of the gates here. Sanjay Pahal, he's a very exciting all-rounder. Genuine seamer, strikes the ball hard as well. And of course, now that the power play has concluded, still waiting for the floating power play. They're hanging on to it just yet. So let's see if they can really get going. Navodaya is a clean striker of the ball, but they need runs.
Oh, first ball, an immediate impact right between the gates. Pahal gets his first wicket. And what a start for Sanjay here. Another wicket falls.
Yeah, too early to go looking for those horizontal bat shots. It's not a quick wicket and just did not get through to the batter. Maybe just held it back a touch, inside edge, and chopped on. Everything turning to gold here for Fujairah. Another one departs for Emirates Reds. Navodaya disappointing. Gone for just 2. And the problems continue for Emirates Reds. 4th wicket down on 37. So Mohammad Farazuddin coming in at number 6. Tell us more about him, Shoaib.
Well, he's been around for some time. We all know that he's played for the UAE as well. He's a special talent. Just hasn't lived up to his potential. And hopefully this could be his breakout tournament, playing for Emirates Reds. If he can contribute to his side, I think I'm sure the selectors will keep a close eye on this special cricketer. All-rounder in all true forms of the game, bats, bowls, and an exceptional fielder as well.
Absolutely. He is the complete package, like you mentioned. Just needs to put it together. This was the dismissal of Navodia. Just that off-cutter from Sanjay Pahel. Hence, didn't quite come onto the blade. And looking for that pull shot early was his end.
Goes full this time, Sanjay. And nicely played by Shahzad. He's technically very sound. Shahzad enjoys playing the longer format, but this is a different role that he'll have to adapt and adapt soon.
Absolutely. You need to go at that 150, 180 sort of strike rate in D10. And just going at run a ball will not cut it at all. I can understand that he's lost wickets, so hence just looking to guide the innings through, but time is certainly running out.
Looks to go big for us. Doesn't get it right from the middle, and that is obvious when you've come out to bat in a pressure situation. You'll want to take some time, although they don't have much. But these two will have to get Reds to a respectable total.
Yeah, definitely pace off is the name of the game. That is what Sanjay has done really well in this over. And pretty much most of the Fujairah bowlers.
Just spraying down the leg side. Sanjay will have to bowl that again. Overall, a good over this. Just a little too straight. Did try to put in some extra yard of pace, bending his back, but just not able to bowl it in the right line.
Yeah, bowls very close to the wicket as well. So that attempted in-dipper just drifting down the leg side. But overall done an excellent job in this over.
Slower delivery this time. Worked away. Wants a single. Will get a single. Looking for the second, but no chance there.
Well, Shoaib, time is running out. I think the floating power play needs to come in ASAP. Otherwise, a score of 60-70 odd is certainly not going to help.
It was a very confident Mayank Chaudhary at the toss, who mentioned that they want to restrict the Emirates Reds below the 80-run mark. They are well on their way to do that. Not the biggest hitter of the cricket ball for us. Mistimes it. Will be a dot ball to end the 7th over. 42 for 4. Three more overs to go. 42 on the board. Reds in trouble at the moment. They'll want to get to at least 90, which is very difficult from here on. Sumit comes in to bowl his second over.
Yeah, once again, Shoaib, they haven't taken the floating power play. There's a long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square. So I don't understand why they're just hanging on to it for the sake of it at the moment. Upishly driven, long off, takes an excellent catch. Well, if it was the floating power play, he would have been in the ring.
Yes, Aryan takes a very good catch, running to his left. Not easy. The ball was always moving away from him. Shahzad mistimes it again, not from the middle of the bat. And a very, very good catch from Aryan. The under-19 UAE captain completes a catch and dismisses Mohammad Shahzad. Out for 9 of 10. It's 42 for 5.
So hard hitting Abdul Ghaffar coming in at 7. In desperate need of runs, and he can provide them. Beautiful slow delivery. I really enjoyed Sumit Gusain's mini spell today. A lot of maturity, a lot of variations, and he's kept the batters guessing.
Yeah, it looks like they've come out with a plan. The bowlers, they know exactly what they're expected to do, and they've executed that plan to perfection. This is the wicket of Shahzad, a little too full. Was not able to get underneath that ball when he played that towards Aryan, and a very confident catch from Aryan at long off. Guides it to point, and Sabir Rao, well, he's made a mess of it. What should have been a dot ball is now 4 runs. And Sumit is not a happy man.
Yeah, that was poor from the veteran. Just a bit lazy bending down. Good looking square drive. Well, right through the railway tunnel and all the way to its destination, to the fence for 4.
A poor fielding from Sabir. Very poor. Hopefully, Sumit can make a comeback now. Get a wicket. Looks for a quick single for us. He's a specialist when it comes to that, to be able to rotate the strike. He's a busy cricketer.
Absolutely. He'll always be making things happen in the middle, whether in the field, with the ball, with the bat. But I like the lines that the Fujairah seamers have bowled. Nothing has been too full. All back of a length on that 7 to 8 meter length. And the slowish nature of the wicket is doing the rest.
Looks to go big. Abdul Ghaffar. And he's got hold of that one. That's gone out of here. Big 6 from the big man.
He read that slow delivery like a book. He knew what was coming and smeared it over mid-wicket. That is a clean strike. And even a half hit from this big lad will travel. Fabulous shot. And it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, just went for it. It was slower. He did have to wait a bit. But like you said, strong hands and full extension of the arms. Gets 6 runs for the Emirates Reds.
Yeah, he literally holds the bat like a log or a club. He has that open face, usually looking towards extra cover, which is very strange. But that gives him that extra bit of power to slice the ball. And yeah, we've lost our first ball in the 7 Districts Presents Emirates D10. There's plenty more to come.
Yeah, we see that quite often, especially in that area of the stadium where the fence is not all that high. The ball tends to go onto the roads just besides the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Well, I can literally see Sharjah Cricket Stadium from my balcony. So I'm just going to drop a message to my younger brother. There's a souvenir on the road. Be careful and go pick it up. So maybe we can get it signed by Abdul Ghaffar after the game.
And just ensuring that they get the right ball. Well, in fact, they found the ball. So well done, Harshit Kaushik.
Yeah, no souvenirs for me just yet. Maybe later on. But that's well done indeed.
You won't have to wait for too long. You can message your brother already. Ask him to wait because there's another one coming. Especially when you've got somebody like Ghaffar out there in the middle. You can expect a few big blows.
So let's see if he can go back to back.
That's what you were talking about, the way he grips the bat.
Look at the width of that bat.
Yeah, they need to
it's
check
like a
that
barn
bat.
door at the moment.
I think they need to bring that rule here as well, just to ensure that they have got fair play. The bat is in the right required width and height and thickness of the bat. That's a wide, so he'll have to bowl that again, Sumit.
Absolutely, we have that ring that the umpires can check for the width and diameter of the ball. We've seen that recently as well. They're checking the width of these bats as well. Quite a few have failed those tests as well at the top level. Attempted Yorker, driven long off, will just about get there. Good footwork there from Sanjay Pahel. I think Man United could use him at the back.
Well, that's well done. At long off, a couple of runs for Abdul Ghaffar. Let's look at that. No, we'll have a look at that after the next over. 8 overs done, 57 for 5. Well, the power play is finally taken. It's the mandatory over, so there's not much that Reds had to think or do about. It's the mandatory power play, the floating power play, which has been taken. So, 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle for Farazuddin.
Well, at least they've got the right men for the job. Faraz, a very strong square of the wicket on the offside. So, third point cover in the ring. They're taking a mid-wicket for him currently. Long off is back as well. And there's a square leg in position. So trying to cover their bases are Fujairah.
Looking to go big immediately. Gets an inside edge. Ball ricochets off the pads. Well, this is going to be a good contest. Sanjay Pahal versus Abdul Ghaffar.
Yeah, he doesn't like the ball curving away from him. And we have seen that Sanjay Pahal has that delivery going away from the left-hander, but anything back of length and straight, then certainly it's going to land in the car parks.
It will be interesting to see what field they decide to get for Abdul Ghaffar on his onto the onside. They've got a mid-wicket, a long on, 2 fielders. And that's gone fine. Unlucky for Sanjay. Abdul Ghaffar won't mind it. Runs for Emirates Reds.
Well, wretched luck for Sanjay Pahal. That was a cracking block hole Yorker. And just jammed it. It went past the leg stump as well. But that should not discourage him at all. That was a top nut.
Yeah, you have to feel for Sanjay, because that was a good, well-executed, inch-perfect Yorker. And you can't place fields for those shots, so you can't do much about it. We'll have to move on, focus on the next ball. Bowls it slower, bowls it away from the range of Abdul Ghaffar. This is good game awareness, smart bowling from Sanjay Pahal.
Well, Ghaffar got a wide-ish half volley. He'll be desperately disappointed not latching onto that one. Just tried to play it along the carpet. If he had lofted it, it would have been 4. But so far, so good in the floating power play from Sanjay Pahal. Only 5 runs in the first 3 deliveries.
Another slower delivery. This time he manages to pierce the gap to perfection. Hammers it towards the offside, and it's gone towards the covers for 4.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. Absolutely nailed it. Half volley, picked the gap, nobody bothered running.
Yeah, when he hits, they stay hit. Abdul Ghaffar putting all the power behind that and smacking it towards covers. So he's looked good so far. He's played his role well. 16 of just 6 deliveries for Abdul Ghaffar. And now they've got a fielder on the offside covering the sweeper cover fence. A full toss, hammered straight down the ground. It's gone downtown, and the result is maximum.
Well, that is an absolute gift. Hanging full toss. He could have hit that anywhere he liked, and he picked mid off. That was 6 immediately on the connection. Beautiful strike.
A great swing of the bat. Look at how forward he was into the shot, standing outside the crease and waiting for the Yorker. This is good batting, and clearly he is coming out as a winner in this over against Sanjay. 15 runs off it, 1 more ball to go. Another change in the field. The sweeper cover comes in, long on and deep mid-wicket. Goes for the short delivery, very well bowled. Sanjay Pahal gets a dot ball, and it's the end of the 9th over. 15 runs off it. Reds get some momentum. It's 72 for 5. So 22 of 8 deliveries for Abdul Ghaffar. He's on the non-striking end now. Last 6 deliveries left, and it's going to be Sabir Rao, who bowled well. Gave away just 5. He bowled the first over of the innings, and now he's come out to bowl the last over of the innings.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a bit frustrated with this tactic of holding back your bowlers, but let's see if Sabir can execute in the final over.
Cheeky from Farazuddin. He's managed to get that in the gap. Is it going to go all the way? Yes. Rais is not the quickest in the field, and the ball wins the race. Starts the over with a 4.
Yeah, missed his length, and it was the slower delivery. Lovely execution of the ramp scoop, and Rais was much too square at that 45 position, and on this outfield you have no chance. Didn't really put in the hard yards, and that was always travelling. Great start to the final over.
Plays it late, again just behind the wicket for a single, guides it for a run, and brings the danger man Abdul Ghaffar on strike.
Yeah, Faraz playing his role here. Early boundary, rotates the strike. Played a handy innings here, 13 of 8. Maybe they can tweak their batting order in the upcoming games. Get him up the order, batting at maybe number 4 or number 3. Sabir will need to be on his A game here. You miss your length, you will travel, and you will travel plenty. Oh, that has been hammered. High, handsome, and maximum. Goodbye.
On the roof. And he's got hold of that one. A mighty 6 from the bat of Abdul Ghaffar. He's changing the tide of the game in his favour and in his team's favour. Look at that. Was so quick to latch on to that length and goes the highway. Really just tonks it for a maximum.
Yeah, the attempted bouncer just sat up beautifully. And Sabir Ali Rao is putting under the pump. This man is going to be very busy today, Shoaib. That is for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to ask for some overtime, extra remuneration for the services, because it's going to be a lot of in and out. And I'm sure he'll get his step count in today.
Oh, absolutely. His whoop is going to be going haywire. Asif Iqbal, he's looking very slim and trim these days as well. Good to see. Everybody has been working on their physical well-being. That's always important.
Yeah, he's been travelling as well. Asif Iqbal, I think he was in Qatar recently for the ACC Under-16 tournament that UAE won, and won it convincingly. It was a dominating performance from the young boys of UAE. Meanwhile, Sabir under pressure. Goes for a full toss. Juicy. Mistimed. Won't go all the way. Good work in the field. Sumit does well to keep that inside the field of play. 2 more for Reds.
Well, a very, very lucky escape indeed for Sabir. Pace on, highish full toss. Great game awareness there from Sumit at deep mid wicket. Take a look at this one. He did latch onto it, but he knew he was going overboard, and yeah, just flipped it back in. Good teamwork.
Looks for the Yorker again, smacked straight down the ground. It's in the gap and just going to beat the fielder. Pahal there, Sanjay looking to stop the ball, is not successful. And another boundary for Emirates Reds. Abdul Ghaffar playing a blinder of an innings.
Well, once again, poor execution from Sabir. Pace on, full toss, and he hit it just square enough to beat that long off fielder. Sanjay Pahal, of course, just coming off an over. Might be feeling a bit tired. It is pretty hot out there, but it's raining boundaries now for the Reds.
They've managed to get to 90 now. Last ball of the over, 89 on the board. That's a good Yorker. Very well bowled. Followed Abdul Ghaffar, but not the best of glove work by Rathi. And that will result in a bye single. So after the 10 overs completed, the first innings done, Reds have managed to pull things in their favour just a bit. They've got something to fight in the second innings. It's going to be 90 on the board, and 91 is what Fujairah, the defending champions, will look to chase in the second innings.
Yeah, good finish here. 18 runs off the final over. Ghaffar with a fabulous cameo. 34 of just 12 deliveries. And it's given them something to defend in their bowling effort. But Fujairah have a lot of firepower in their batting as well. The likes of Rohit Rathi, Sanjay Pahal, Aryan Saxena, Mayank Chaudhary, Keshav Sharma, Rais Ahmed, Harshit Kaushik. The names just keep rolling off the tongue. And you can see the body language suggests that they're quite satisfied with their bowling effort here, Shoaib.
Yes, I think they've done well. They've leaked a few runs at the fag end of the innings, but overall, Fujairah have managed to restrict Reds to less than 100. And like you mentioned, with the kind of batting power that they have, with the kind of skill they possess in the side, they will fancy chasing this total down in the 10 overs.
It was a sluggish start to the batting effort for the Reds. Single digits up top. And it was only Mohammad Farazuddin and Abdul Ghaffar, this combo, that gave them some semblance of a score to defend. I think they just need to tweak their batting order a touch here. There is talent in the side, but the combinations need to be right.
That's just the first game, early days in the tournament. I'm sure the teams will look to find the right combination as we progress through the tournament. Just 5 extras, so disciplined bowling from Fujairah, and that's the bowling performance from Fujairah in this innings. Sabir Rao giving away 22 runs, was expensive in his last over, and so was Sanjay Pahal. Bowled their first over pretty decent, but then gave away runs in the last couple of overs. 2 wickets for Keshav Sharma and 2 for Sumit Gosain as well.
Yeah, this 48-run partnership for the 6th wicket doing really well. They were 42 for 5 at one stage, so were really struggling. Let's take a look at the highlights then. It was Fujairah who won the toss and invited the Reds to bat first. And Taimur Ali was looking good early on in the power play. Zawar Fareed, well, we know all about his skill as well. But then the wickets started to tumble. Chasing a wide one, just chipping it to mid-off, simple catch. Keshav bowled a brilliant spell, pace off, and they just couldn't clear the fences as they would have liked to.
Yeah, the bowlers did well in the first 5-6 overs. They put the pressure on the batters, got wickets at regular intervals, and that was the first ball of the spell for Pahal when he got out, got the all-rounder Navodaya out. That was a misfield from Sabir, and then came the Abdul Ghaffar show. Big hits lined up at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Yeah, he maximized the floating power play, and anytime the Fujairah seamers missed their length, he made them pay the price. Lovely ramp, and that was a monster hit over cow corner. And that was a full toss, dispatched to the fence. And in the end, 90 runs could be something they can work with.
Right then, so the first innings of this first game is done and dusted. 91 is the target for Fujairah when they come out to bat. That's in just a bit. We'll be back after a short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's the 7 Districts presents Emirates D10 2025 edition powered by Fancode. That's the batting card and the bowling card for this game, the first game of the tournament. Emirates Reds batted first, got to 90 in the 10 overs, and it's going to be 91. That is what Fujairah will look to chase in the 10 overs. Farazuddin and Ghaffar contributed with the bat, and Sumit and Sanjay along with Keshav were the wicket takers for Fujairah. So we are all set for the run chase in this second innings of the first game. It's going to be Fujairah opening batters. The skipper for this game today, Mayank Chaudhary, will be starting with the bat, and he'll have a role to play. And for the Emirates Reds, it's going to be Luqman with the ball in his hand. Has played for UAE as well, while Asif Iqbal, the umpire on the screens right now, will signal play anytime now. Here we go. Ball number 1 of the second innings. Starts off with a wide. A loosener from Luqman. Hazrat Luqman not warmed up and starts with a delivery down the leg side. Has been called for it. So first runs on the board already for Fujairah. Goes straight, goes high, and goes the distance as well. What a way to start off his innings. Mayank just hammers that and starts his innings with a 6. Look at that, straight down the ground. Beautiful flow of the bat. Perfectly timed, sublime, and a magnificent hit for a maximum. Beautiful. That will give him a lot of confidence going into this innings. And pressure straight away on Hazrat Luqman. My name is Shoaib. Joining me in the comm box is Mudassir. Mudassir, welcome.
Thank you, Shoaib, and once again, a very good afternoon to all of our viewers. 80 was Mayank Chaudhary was looking to keep Reds under 80. 90, good total still, I feel. Fresh wicket.
Yes, you're right. I think they'll be very happy chasing this total down, and especially the way they have started off with a 6 straight down the ground and the kind of batting that they have. Mohit, another exceptional batter, has made a name for himself in quick time and has made all the right noises in the domestic circuit. Gets off the mark straight away.
Good communication between these two, and rightly said by you. They have got the star-studded lineup, the likes of Rahul Chopra, Sagar Kalyan and Adib Usmani missing, but they have got the services of Mohit Kalyan. He has been in tremendous form with the bat in UAE domestic circuit, but all eyes will be on this man, the captain, Mayank Chaudhary.
Goes full, Hazrat. And they take a single. These two, they've batted a lot alongside each other. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they've got a very good chemistry going on in the middle, and that's why Fujairah have done so well. These two batters have scored runs on a consistent basis.
I completely agree with you, Shoaib, and keeping in mind they always go with the same combination. They have a set of 16-17 players. In the absence of Adib Usmani, Mohit Kalyan getting an opportunity to bat at the top of the order.
That's a good delivery, good length from Hazrat Luqman, and Mohit just not able to get back to ball on that occasion.
Wanted to go big, ball just keeping a bit low, and some hint of movement. The previous delivery. Another bowler who's trying to make a comeback in the national side is Hazrat Luqman. Not a good start so far for him.
Through the covers, that's a good shot, a shot of authority from Mohit, and he gets his first boundary as well.
Shot of the match. It Wasn't a bad delivery, but look at that placement and timing. Goes towards that offside region and ends up with a boundary. Plenty of runs from that first over of Luqman. One done, Fujairah 14 for none.
Come over.
Right then, 14 for no loss in the first over. Flying start for Fujairah. Chasing a target of 91, and it's going to be the man who contributed with the bat for the Reds, Abdul Ghaffar, sharing the new ball alongside Hazrat Luqman. Left arm seamer. He'll have a role to play with the ball as well. Beautifully hit. Fierce from Mayank, but straight to the fielder. No chance for a run there, but a good shot.
Well timed by Mayank Chaudhary. Just not able to find that gap. Started off really well. They'll be eyeing to get some runs in this over. They want to end the power play on a high note. Using the feet. Not a proper connection, but some work needs to be done by Navodaya. Couple of runs on offer. They are the defending champions of this format, D10. Yet again, a good start, I would say. Banking on the bowlers and responding to the call of Mayank Chaudhary were the bowlers in the first inning.
That's the field set for Mayank. Remember, it's a power play over. Pulled. That's a good shot in front of square. Shot of authority. Domination from Mayank. And the result is 4 runs.
Especially with that pace. If you're bowling back off length, you're asking for some punishment. And look at that. Always in command. On the back foot. And easy picking for Mayank. Dealing in boundaries. Runs are coming thick and fast for Fujairah. Not a good start for Emirates Reds. Hazrat Luqman gone for 14 runs now. Ghaffar, 3 balls, 6 runs. Yet to find that first wicket.
Goes full, Abdul Ghaffar. This time the length is better. Very difficult when you don't have enough runs on the board. When you've got just 90 on the board, it's a pressure all the time, and there's not much room for errors, especially for the bowlers. 6 runs. Oh, that's an inside edge off the pads. They will scamper through for a run.
Search for that first wicket still continues for Emirates Reds. Also not expressed with the pace, and with that boundary he forced the captain to make a change. The deep square leg has been moved towards the deep mid wicket. They have that backward point. Now backward point has been asked to come in. Slight changes. Backward deep point moves towards that cover region.
Short arm jab in front of square again. Chase for the fielder. He'll cut that off. Good fielding. But they can't stop the batters from taking 2 runs. End of the second over. 9 runs off it. It's 23 without a wicket. 2 overs, 23 without a wicket. Mayank has batted really well. He's got a good start, and that's the signal from Asif Iqbal, which means it's going to be the floating power play over that they'll take. So they want to finish things off quickly here, Mudassir.
A wise decision, I would say, by Mayank Chaudhary. A low full toss and nicely managed wrist comes into play. And runs are coming thick and fast. Hazrat Luqman leaking runs, not finding his line and length.
A nothing delivery from Hazrat Luqman on the pads, a juicy full toss, great use of wrists from Mayank, who's managed to play that over square leg, beats the fielder, and the result is 4 runs. Great batting. Didn't try to hit it too hard, just flicking the ball in the gap for 4.
You rightly said, not trying to hit it hard, not trying to force that shot. A brilliant timing and placement. Quickly moves to 19. This time a bit fuller towards the top stick line, but the problem has been they're not able to break this partnership. A wise decision, and that forced the captain of Reds to make those changes in the bowling department as well, opting for that early floating power play, and they were forced on the back foot.
There's a stark difference in the approach from the bowlers of both teams. We saw how bowlers of Fujairah bowled with a plan. Sabir Rao bowled to his strength. Sumit, Sanjay Pahal, they all were able to express themselves, use their skills. The variations were there. Not much of that can be said for the Emirates Reds bowler as well, because they've been all over the place, just like that. A short ball, pulled, does well to stop that. That's good work in the field, saved some runs for his side. So there's a stark difference between the bowlers of both the teams, Mudassir.
The key is consistency. When you bowl with the new ball, trying to increase the pace. A good shot, and look at that terrific effort coming from the fielder, certainly saving 3 runs. Especially on the surface, as a bowler, you need to stick to one line and length, and so far a bit wavered, desperately looking for that wicket. Hazrat Luqman going for runs.
Drives this one for a single, and the equation there is getting a lot easier now. Current run rate 10.24, required run rate 8.65. What Reds need is wickets, and that's Fahad Al-Hashmi, former UAE cricketer, also the ACU officer at the venue. Flicked off the pads this time. Fahad Al-Hashmi, an Emirati cricketer, played for UAE in the 2015 World Cup in Australia. 3 overs done, 29 for no loss.
Change right over. Leg stump सही है sir. Leg stump सही है, leg stump, leg stump.
30 in 3 overs. Good start for Fujairah, Mudassir.
Absolutely, after bowlers doing a pretty good job, these two started off really well, especially Mayank Chaudhary. Zahar Fareed has been brought into the attack for the first time. So no spin for Emirates Reds. So captain sticking with the fast bowlers.
And they've been looking for wickets. They haven't been successful yet. That's down the leg side. Another wide from Zawar Fareed, who too has played for UAE, has donned the UAE jersey for a good 2-3 years. I think he was an integral part, an all-rounder in the side. Bowled some crucial overs, batted at different positions. I remember him opening the innings as well for UAE in a few matches. Worked away for a single.
A useful all-rounder. He was with the team, travelled to Australia for T20 World Cup way back in 2022, but that one injury was left of the squad in that World Cup, and after that he's trying his best to make a comeback.
Looks for the Yorker. Clear plan seems to be that they'll try to bowl as many Yorkers as possible. But I'm not sure if that's how they're going to get wickets. They'll have to do something different here, Mudassir.
I think the young captain Shadad, he missed the trick. Could have brought himself into the attack. Just slow down the game.
That's on the pads, but clearly was going down leg side, so not even an appeal from Zawar Farid.
These are the big boundaries here. And we have seen both the spinners, Nabil, he bowled those tight line and length. At the other end, it was Keshav who was rewarded with a couple of wickets, slow in the air. Another one towards that leg stick channel. Boundaryless over, but he has conceded a couple of wides. So 5 runs so far. The going has been easy so far for Mayank and Mohit. Trying to bowl back of hand delivery, just losing his shape. Focus, determination in the eyes of Mohit Kalyan. Back to back wides, he's struggling. This is what happens when you defend a modest total.
Yeah, the bowling has just not clicked so far for Reds, and I did mention that it's early days. They'll get into the groove, but every game is so important in this tournament, especially since it's your first game. You want to get going in that first game, get those 2 points to your name. It's a tough game playing against the defending champions of the D10 format, Fujairah. And they've not started off well. They've got a lot to improve on, lot to think about with their batting and even with their bowling combinations.
Or shorter format back-to-back matches. It's all about the early advantage. You want to start the tournament on a winning note. 3 wide so far in this over. Happy by taking that single. Mayank moves to 23 with that single. Mohit Kalyan on 10, 4 overs gone. Fujairah in a strong position, 38 for no loss.
.38 on the board for Fujairah. They haven't lost a wicket yet. Both the openers looking solid out there in the middle. And there's going to be a change in the bowling now. Finally some spin on offer from the Emirates Reds. Desperately looking for a wicket here.
So 4 overs of fast bowlers going for runs. Conditions are very tough. It's a hot afternoon here in Sharjah. Having a close look at the ball is 2 experienced umpires, Asif Iqbal and GBLX. Just making sure that it is in right shape. This is a very big opportunity for someone like Mohit Kalyan. In the absence of Sagar Kalyan and Adib Usmani, he has a big role to play. They do have the service of Rais Ahmed, Harshit Kaushik. Still taking some time. Asif Iqbal and GBLX. Hot afternoon, but wind blowing across the ground. UAE flag fluttering here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium. The season started here in Sharjah. It's not only about this Emirates D10 tournament, but we also have some international fixtures coming up here.
Yes, you're right. They're just looking to replace the ball. I think it's got some wear and tear, which the umpires are having a close look at, and they've decided to get a replacement. You're right. I think big matches coming up. UAE taking on Bangladesh in a few days from now at this very historic venue. 2 T20 internationals for Bangladesh. They come here, and from here they'll look to build some momentum for their future matches. And for UAE, I think it's a great opportunity. They played against Bangladesh a couple of years ago. I think that was in Abu Dhabi. In Dubai Cricket Stadium, I stand corrected. And this time it's going to be here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, the home of cricket in the UAE.
So plenty of action coming up this season, and now a spinner has been introduced. It's a regulation field, fine leg shot, third point, cover. They need to bowl a couple of tight overs and try to get 1 or 2 wickets.
Goes aerial, straight towards long off, beats the fielder by a decent margin. Rayan had no chance, and Mayank continues to play his shots freely and express himself. Great hit for 4.
Absolutely wonderfully managed. A bit fuller and quickly leaning on that front foot, high back lift, and no chance for that long off fielder. Another batter who is knocking the doors of the selectors is Mayank Chaudhary.
Now he goes big towards the onside. That's aerial, that's high, and it's gone the distance. Big hit, monstrous from Mayank. First of 4, and now a humongous hit.
This is how you build your innings. A captain's knock goes down on one knee, and what a connection. Miles in the air, out of the park here. The first maximum for Mayank Chaudhary and for Fujairah.
Down on one knee, and just great connection from Mayank. He's looked good so far. 33 of just 19 deliveries.
Stylish batter and using the feet. Look at that, yes and no, and excellent effort coming from Mohammad Farazuddin. Covering a lot of ground, quick off the block, just keeping down to a single. What a partnership between these two, Mohit Kalyan and Mayank Chaudhary. Cruising well here, Fujairah towards the target of 91.
Dancing down the track, Mohit. Using his feet, doesn't get close to the ball as much as he would have liked, and works it away for a single. 50 comes up for Fujairah with that run. Oh, a full toss, a missed opportunity. Mayank is looking at the skies because he knows that was a golden chance to hit another boundary. Not to be. 5 overs completed. Fujairah are 51 for no loss. Well, 5 overs done, and that is how Fujairah have batted so far. They've not lost a wicket. Mayank, the captain, has led from the front, 35 for him in 21 deliveries. Mohit giving him good company, 11 of 9 for him. And they've still got tons of batting left. As of now, Fujairah are the clear favourites to chase this total down and win this game and also the 2 points. 51 on the board after 5 overs.
So Navodya into the attack, thrashed away towards extra cover, couldn't quite find the gap. 40 runs needed in the next 5 overs, so pretty much in cruise control are Fujairah at the moment. Rizwanur Rahman alongside me in the com box. Can the Reds make something happen here?
Thank you very much, Ahmed Khwaja. Always a pleasure to be in the com box with you. Well, it's the wickets that is what is required for Team Emirates Reds, and so far they haven't got one yet. And Team Fujairah are looking in full control.
Oh, this is high. This should be a catch. Wicket keeper. Oh dear me, that has been spilt. Well, you had asked for a wicket and it almost came through.
The opportunity was provided by Navodaya, and at this stage you'll have to take those catches. You cannot afford to grasp them, and the opportunity going down.
Yeah, poor technique there from the wicket keeper. Yes, it's a windy afternoon here. Excellent change of pace, looking for that big heave. But it's a clear line of sight, and he's made a complete mess of that one, unfortunately. The young lad will learn from this experience. This is going to be close and given. Playing across the line, Mohit Kalyan has to pay the price.
You don't get to see that from Mohit Kalyan. And this time around, just trying to play across the line. And beautiful delivery from Navodaya. Impact in line and wickets hitting. Mohit Kalyan will have to walk back.
Great comeback ball from Navodaya. Did not get discouraged by the dropped catch. And Mohit Kalyan's struggle comes to an end. 11 of 10. Fujairah finally lose their first on 52. So it's going to be Rohit Rathi coming in at number 3. Tell us more about him, Rizwan.
Well, he's a good batter. Usually loves the longer format of the game. This will be a test of time for him. Rohit Rathi can hit some big blows. So it'll be interesting to see how he will channel out.
Push and run. Right on the edge of the circle was Shahdad. And young wicketkeeper Mohammad Ahmed. Well, it's a tough day out there. It's quite hot. So sometimes your concentration can waver as well, Rizwan.
Well, talking about the format, it's the shortest format, Ahmed Khwaja. You need to pick them up. Let's have a look at that delivery.
Yeah, just a in-dipper playing across the line. He was standing on middle and off, had to be given. Oh, this is big. Is it big enough? You bet it is. Sixer.
Mayank Chowdhury lighting up the Sharjah Stadium here. Another one in the slot. There was a subtle change in pace, and he picks it up quite well.
Yeah, slower delivery, but right in the slot. And had to be dispatched. And Mayank has really improved his range hitting in the last 6 months. That was a fabulous strike.
Well, absolutely magnificent from Mayank Chowdhury, leading from the front as a skipper. 42 of 24 for him.
And not a bad over from Navodia, just that 1-6 spoiling it. 59 for 1. So some off spin coming into the attack in the form of Mohammad Farazuddin. Oh, outside edge, but the short third. It landed in that awkward area. And in the end, he chose to field the ball on the bounce.
And that's the best way you could save those runs. He was caught in two minds there, Hazrat Luqman. And in the end, he's definitely saved a couple of runs for his team. 31 required of 23. Wickets is what Emirates Reds would want. But Mayank is looking absolutely magnificent out in the centre.
Yeah, good start for Farazuddin. Flighted delivery outside off. And yeah, right on the edge of the circle. Was never going to get there. Big shot coming in from the skipper. And that's another one in the stands.
Mayank Chaudhary is inching close towards his personal milestone of 50. Another one in the slot and is gone high and handsome. Absolutely magnificent from Mayank.
That was an invitation and he gleefully accepted it. Clean striking he's done today has been very impressive indeed. Look at that. The call is for 2, but they'll stick to 1. It's been a very fluent innings. That is the word that is coming to mind, Rizwan.
Absolutely flawless, pleasing to the eye, and he's picked up runs to all corners of the park. If you go by the run map, it will say it all. Another good delivery from Farazuddin. A good Yorker, just a single on that occasion.
Yeah, I was just wondering whether they could take it to the final 6 and make it interesting. But the way Mayank Chaudhary is striking the ball looks very unlikely. 49 of 27. Fabulous composed innings coming in from the Fujairah skipper. Pushing for 2. He will get his 50 and he'll get some more as well. Fabulous knock. Leading from the front.
Well, absolutely. Mayank Chaudhary playing on the merit. Anything in his hitting arc, he's dispatched it, and another ones he's just played it on the merit, picked up singles and doubles quite comfortably, and he's leading from the front for his team.
Not a bad delivery to conclude, but that 6 made sure the damage was done. 70 for 1, 21 needed to win. So required run rate of just 7 runs per over for Fujairah to open their campaign with a victory. It is going to be Zawar Farid, experienced all-rounder, coming back into the attack. Rohit Rathi just needs to be sensible here. Mayank is going good. Just feed the beast.
That's what exactly he's doing, just letting Mayank take as much as strike as possible. I'm talking about Mohit Kalyan, got urgent LBW. He was playing for Team Sharjah in the recently concluded D50. He was in spectacular form, Ahmed Khwaja, and now playing for Team Fujairah in the shortest format.
A very good pickup for their squad. He adds a lot of power to their top order. Technically sound. Apesh, but just in front of the long off. So So Mayank is in the mood to finish it early.
And they just want to ensure those net run rate also is taken care of. Talking about the format, it's 7 teams that are participating. 4 teams will play semi-finals. 3 teams will be eliminated. So definitely would want to be on the top team for Fujairah.
Oh, it's going to be a fantastic tournament. Just balloon over that extra cover. That is something that Rohit needs to add to his arsenal to be able to score quickly. Very fine player in D20 and D50. D10 just needs to get used to the conditions before he gets going. But in this format, you do not have that time.
That's the thing. That's what you've got to do. Right from ball 1, you've got to keep scoring in the shortest format.
Hitting from the crease. Chance. Oh, put down. Farazuddin trying to go reverse cup. And in the end, he spilled the tea.
Well, this is the second one that has been put down today for Emirates Reds. They've got to head back and go to the drawing board and work on a strategy. Like, it's those catches that will win you matches. And when you lose catches of an informed batter, it's going to hurt you down.
A fielder of Farazuddin's quality should be taking this day and night. Yeah, got his hands up late. Plus that awkward height. Not an easy one, but for a player of his caliber, should be taken. This time long off. No mistake made. Usaid Amin, safe pair of hands.
Well, it's the slow delivery yet again for Zawar Farid doing the trick. No pace whatsoever on the offer. And straight into the hands of Usaid Amin. He's done well. But he's done the good work for his team. Mayank Chaudhary leading from the front. Scoring 54 of 32 deliveries. 3 boundaries and 4 maximums. And Fujairah lose their second. 75 for 2.
बॉल अच्छा करो
Well, the hero of last Emirates D10 for Fujairah, Rais Ahmed. Who can forget that unbelievable knock he played in the finale? Comes to the middle. He'll certainly be looking to settle affairs here. But overall, Zawar has bowled a superb spell today.
Well, absolutely. And that will bring us to the end of over number 8. Fujairah are 76 for 2.
So just 15 runs needed for victory. Plenty of time on hand. Rais Ahmed, can he knock them off early? Or will this go down to the final over? Anything can happen when it's that kind of scenario. Abdul Ghaffar coming in from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. Outside edge is squeezed away, and that is the early boundary.
We're using the pace on offer. Rais Ahmed, smart thinking and comfortably played towards a deep third for a boundary.
Just offered him a hint of room, and he's taken the entire suite. Beautifully put away. And now Ghaffar, well, there's nothing much he can do in this scenario.
Well, they've got to go back and rearrange their batting order. This is what I can tell you for sure, Ahmed Khwaja. You have the likes of Abdul Ghaffar who can strike big and in the shortest format, get him in the top order, get him bat at number 2 or number 3, or make him open the innings.
Certainly can be a very good option. It's just 60 ball cricket after all. call is for 2, and the sweeper cover was more towards point. He just always looks in form, Race Ahmed. It's very rare to see him struggle at the crease.
Well, he's done a lot with his personal training as well. We've seen him behind the scenes. He puts a lot of work, Ahmed Khwaja. You tend to see him always at the net sessions doing that hard work, and that's the reason I think that the results are on display for you.
Oh, he's one of the top bats in the UAE. There's no doubt about it. And like you mentioned, been working hard on his fitness as well. Chipped and just clearing. And that's the kind of self-improvement you need if you want to go right to the top level beyond domestic cricket in the UAE.
He's got everything. He's got the skill set. He's got his team over the line umpteenth number of times. And at this point of time, Ahmed, I feel he's really working hard towards his personal fitness and just to ensure he's there in the... And he's a handy spinner as well for the team.
Oh, absolutely. He can be a very good sixth bowler for any side with his quickish leg break. Bowled him. Leg stump has been flattened by Abdul Ghaffar.
Absolutely brilliant from Abdul Ghaffar. With pace on offer, he had absolutely no answers to that question, Rohit Rathi. Well, his poor form continues yet again. And look at that. Completely perplexed.
His sticks have been left in ruins by that cracking Yorker. What a sound. 83 for 3 now, Fujairah.
बॉल ठीक है रीजन
Harshit Kaushik coming in at number 5. One of the best finishers in the UAE, Rizwan.
Oh, certainly is. Harshit Kaushik, known as one of the top-notch left-hand batters in the UAE, plays for Team Fujairah and has been contributing significantly for Team Fujairah.
He certainly packs a punch, but Ghaffar has had an outstanding match. Oh, beautifully bowled. Maybe a bit of skid on that one. 8 needed of 7. And what a ball that was.
A brilliant delivery. Absolutely right on the money. Dismantling the furniture. Abdul Ghaffar at his best.
Oh, that sweet sound of leather hitting timber. Beautiful. Absolute class performer is Ghaffar. If you want an all-rounder in your D20 or D10 side, this is the man. Or leading edge, but there's no mid-off. So he's trying his best, and he has taken it to the final over. 7 needed, and this one is going right down to the wire. Right then, 7 to defend in the final over. Can Emirates Reds pull off a miracle here, Rizwan?
It's going to be difficult given the kind of batting depth they have. 7 required of 6. Navodaya has bowled well, like apart from that maximum that he was hit for. 8 runs given in the first over, and this will be an interesting contest.
Round the wicket to Harshit Kaushik. Oh dear me, not with a wide. Going for pace off, but the line was all wrong.
It's the control that you've got to have when you're bowling those slow ones. Now they are completely missing out on that occasion. Another extra added to the tally. Well, imagine Ahmed Khwaja, had Abdul Ghaffar been sent up he could have contributed with those extra 10 or 15 runs. They've got it till the final over, mind you.
Fine margins in D10. Poached towards point. Harshit Kaushik will take what's on offer. 5 needed of 5. This man finished the previous D10. Can he start this D10 with a bang as well?
Well, he certainly has all the ingredients required to finish the game in style. 5 required, run a ball, and Rice, as his loved ones call him Little Jumbo, can get in steam over the line quite comfortably.
Excellent Yorker, just past his fingertips. They will pick up a single. So far, so good from Navodya. Well, we need to check the rule books. Do we have a super over in the making? I think what a way to start the tournament, if it would be. 4 needed of 4.
Well, absolutely. A good start to the 7 districts presents Emirates D10 powered by Fancode. Harshit Kaushik and Rais out at the center. Both destructive batters. And just 1 shot away.
Oh, this is a dot ball. And very smartly did not take a shy at the non-striker's end. 4 needed of 3. This is becoming interesting.
Not an easy track to bat on, Ahmed Khwaja. The ball is holding up a little bit, but Navodaya has done exceptionally well. Apart from that first delivery that is bowled wide, he's stick to his line and lengths.
This is the crucial ball. If they can just keep this one on track, you never know, anything can happen. Pressure can get to you. Oh, he smashed it. There is a sweeper cover though. And they, whoa, misfield. That will get them a couple. 2 needed of 2.
Well, they've been sloppy in the field. Couple of drop catches, couple of letdowns in the ground fielding as well. Team Emirates Reds. And they pick up comfortable 2, compensating the previous dot delivery.
Well, if this one is a dot ball, then anything can happen. Fujairah have laboured after the dismissal of Mayank Chaudhary. He got a 50, but after his departure, they have struggled. Sliced, and that will be the game. Beautiful shot from Harshit Kaushik.
Nicely carved away, and he gets those winning runs for his team, Fujairah. Harshit Kaushik closing out the innings and finishing off the game in style.
I think he knew what was coming. Right in the slot. Beautiful hands to get it up and over backward point. And game, set and match for the defending champs. They took it right till the end. They kept us interested, but they've got the 2 points.
Getting those 2 points right of the first match will give you a lot of confidence going into the tournament. Yes, they were the defending champions. They were put to test today. And it went down till the wire, Ahmed Khwaja, which is a good sign for Emirates Reds that they've managed to drag it down till the last over.
Oh, absolutely. A good unit, fights till the end, and they are a good unit for sure. Handshakes all round, but that is a big confidence booster for the defending champs. They have a few big guns, not part of the squad on international duty, but still looking like an outstanding squad, to say the least.
Well, absolutely. And I think they would, even Team Emirates Reds, they're missing some wonderful batters. Talking about Furqan Khalil, who was spectacular in the previous edition, Usaid Amin as well. They would want to promote them top the order to ensure that they get those runs quickly in the power play and in the floating power play as well.
Taking a look at the batting scorecard for Fujairah then, it was well and truly the skipper leading from the front with a fabulous knock. 54 of 32. Mohit Kalyan struggled, as did Rati. And Rais and Harshit finished off the job with the ball to spin.
Well, that's the bowling card. Hazrat Luqman was expensive, none for 20, one for Abdul Ghaffar. Zawar Farid picked up a wicket as well. Usaid Amin was expensive, 1 for 17 for Navodaya. They did create a couple of opportunities that were put down. 6 extras to the tally.
Yeah, it was that 50-run opening stand that really put them in control of the game. Taking a look at the highlights of this run chase, it was the Mayank Chaudhary show right from ball one. Mohit Kalyan, that was a fabulous shot, but overall he struggled. But the captain made sure whenever there was a boundary ball, he put it away in style. Getting a 50 on the opening day of the tournament will always put him in good stead. That was a dismissal of Mohit, playing across the line to a straight delivery. Some clean striking coming in from Mayank Chaudhary, especially hitting from the crease. Anything that was in the slot was dispatched. But then his demise made the game interesting. Picked up an early boundary, did race, but Rathi was cleaned up. In the end, they needed 7 of 6, 2 of 2, and Harshit Kaushik sealed the deal for the Orange Army. Nicely done. So game 1 of the 7 districts presents Emirates D10 2025 done. Emirates Reds could only post 90 when they were invited to bat first, led by a thrilling cameo by Abdul Ghaffar. Keshav, Sumit picking up 2 wickets apiece for Fujairah, and in the run chase, Mayank Chaudhary, the captain, producing a fluent half-century, and the rest was done by Harshit Kaushik and Rais Ahmed. Zawar, Abdul Ghaffar and Navodia with a wicket apiece. Fujairah winning comfortably by 7 wickets in the end. So yet plenty more action to come in the D10. 3 more matches coming up very, very shortly. So certainly do stay tuned wherever you are tuning in. The action is just getting bigger and better by the minute. And of course, being at the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium, so many memories, so many wonderful matches, including last year's final of the Emirates D10. That was truly spectacular. So we're expecting something similar in the summer edition as well. Of course, we have the home side Sharjah in action in the next game as well, Rizwanur Rahman. So always good to see the home team starting the tournament with a double header to get the fans in.
Well, absolutely. Then they've got destructive batters at the top. Talking about Khalid Shah, Hazrat Luqman, I beg your pardon, Luqman Faisal, who's looked in devastating form, has picked up a double century off late in a T20 format. Watch out for those star players who will be taking the field in a short while from now.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, Fujairah have a double header as well, so they'll get some time to recover, some time to recoup. It is pretty hot and stifling out there. Temperatures in the high 30s or low 40 degrees Celsius, so certainly testing times for the cricketers, but so far they've looked like cracking units. Right then, let's head downstairs for the post-match.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation. Districts presents Emirates D10 2025 powered by Fancode. The game was played between Emirates Reds and Fujairah. Fujairah, the defending champions, have started off on a positive note, winning this all-important fixture and getting those 2 points to their name as well. Emirates Red, batting first, got to 90, and in the run chase, Fujairah ensured that they get there comfortably in the end, winning the game by 7 wickets. Time for us to announce the player of the match. Joining me in the post-match presentation today is our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. He's got the player of the match memento in his hand, and this goes to the captain of Fujairah, the man who led from the front, got a 50 to his name, none other than Mayank Kumar Chaudhary. Mayank, come forward and collect the player of the match memento from our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. वेल डन मयंक. इम्पोर्टेंट रहता है हमेशा फर्स्ट गेम हो टूर्नामेंट का तो जीतना ज़रूरी होता है. कैसे रेट करेंगे अपने टीम के परफॉर्मेंस को भी और अपने परफॉर्मेंस को भी?
ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस बिल्कुल सही रही. हमारे स्पिनर्स ने अच्छा बॉल डाला, फास्ट बॉलर ने डाला. T10 है, 1-2 ओवर तो बैटिंग साइड के लगते ही हैं, तो हमें पता था कंट्रोल में है, तो हमने टाइम लेके कंडीशंस को देख के थोड़ा आगे टूर्नामेंट लंबा है तो टाइम लेके खेल रहे थे. हमें पता था चेज़ कर लेंगे कभी भी.
टॉस पे आपने कहा था कि 80 पे रोकने की कोशिश करेंगे, 90 पे आपने रोका उनको, तो आपको लगा था कि ये चेज़ कंफर्टेबल हो जाएगा, रन्स उतने ज़्यादा नहीं थे उस विकेट पे?
शारजा में विकेट अच्छा रहता है, चेज 110 तक भी सही है, बट मुझे अपनी बॉलिंग का पता था, हम 80 से 90 हमने बनवा दिया, हम 70 तक भी एक टाइम इनको रोक सकते थे, बट क्रिकेट है, इसमें कुछ भी हो सकता है।
अपने बैटिंग के बारे में बताइए, कितना मज़ा आया आपको बैटिंग करके?
बस जब रन बनता है देखो अच्छा तो लगता है, बट ये है कि पॉजिटिव खेल रहा था, स्टार्टिंग से पहला बॉल बीच में लगा जाके, तो मज़ा आ रहा था।
ऑल द बेस्ट आगे के मैचेस के लिए, बहुत अच्छा खेले आप आज।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Mayank Chaudhary, the player of the match of this first game. That's it from the post-match presentation, but we've got another game lined up for you. 3 more games to go. Stay tuned.